Hi there. I'm not going to tell you how many takes I've had trying to get this particular video set up the way I wanted it. Right now I'm shooting video on what was perhaps the simplest of the Micro Four Thirds cameras from Olympus, the EPM1. The EPM1, or the EP Mini 1, was the first of the EPM models. Since then there's been an EPM 2 which upgraded many of the features of this camera but kept the small size. So why such a simple camera? Well, I needed something that would shoot video, that would be simple to operate because I am not a videographer, that would give me enough quality to make a decent video to put on YouTube, and was from my available equipment. I didn't want to go out and buy a video camera, a dedicated video camera, and of course I didn't want to use something that would be more complicated, like for instance this will also shoot video. It will shoot 720p video as well, but well, let's just say it's big and bulky. I would have to worry about lenses, about focus. With this setup here, I've got a fixed focus lens, or well, semi-fixed focus. Basically, you are looking at me through a very simple 15mm f8 3-element lens. It's called a body cap lens by Olympus, the BCL 1580, because of the fact that it's basically no bigger than the body cap. It's not a super high quality lens. However, for simple videos like this, it's quite good. And the field of view is quite usable. I started out using this lens right here. This is also a BCL, a body cap lens. This particular one is a 9mm f8 fisheye. It's not a true fisheye, but it does give you a lot of barrel distortion. As you can see, this part here is the rear cap, and this is the lens. So if I separate them, you'll notice that the lens itself, with the mount is almost as thick as the lens. This lens is actually large compared to what's on the camera right now. This has, I think, 5 elements. This is quite a good lens for what it is, a glorified body cap. The one on the camera is even simpler. I said that there was no focus, but as you can see, this tab moves. Now the first position is closed. Then I move it to the first notch. It's now set at infinity focus, so if I were taking a picture of something very far away, I'd put it there. The next is hyperfocal. Now the thing is, with such a wide lens and such a small aperture, it's like the old photojournalist line, f8 and B there. Because if you set it on f8, there's very little to worry about with focus. This thing will have pretty much everything from about a half a meter to infinity in reasonable focus. The final position is for close-ups, and this can go down to 0.2 meters. That's a little more than half a foot. So as you can see, it has its purposes. The lens on the camera, same system. Simpler lens, same system. Okay, my Micro Four Thirds gear has become my vacation camera. If I walk down a busy street in a foreign city with this, it probably goes unnoticed. It's small. This is my EP2, which is the oldest camera I have. I also have an EPL1, which is almost as old. The EPL1 is even, in one way, is even less conspicuous than this because it's silver. Now you say, well, silver, doesn't that mean everybody will notice it's silver? No, but it's almost all silver. There's just a little black strip here. The result is it looks like a simple point and shoot. There is absolutely no market for point and shoots. These have replaced it, a phone. So the result is, the chance of being mugged for your phone, for your camera, is pretty slim. They probably would want the phone. So these little cameras are, they're deceptive. They let people believe that, hey, this guy's not really carrying anything of value, we'll leave him alone. You walk down the same street with this, and, well, this is a Pentax, but it's the right shape and the right size. If it said Canon or Nikon on the front, it would probably be even more of a target, because then it would be instantly recognized even by those that know nothing about photography. Also, the heft of carrying this around all day on vacation compared to this is pretty obvious. So, vacation camera, rough and ready outdoor camera. As I said, look at the scars. This particular model has a weather resistant lens attached right now. That's what that red gasket is part of. All of the seals, all of the moving parts of the lens also have seals to prevent them from gathering dust or moisture. And the camera itself is a weather sealed camera. It's good for temperatures down to -10 Celsius, and I can attest to the fact that I have used this camera and other Pentax cameras like it at temperatures down to -20 Celsius for fairly prolonged periods of time. In one occasion, I was using a K20, and I was using a standard kit lens. It was not a weather-resistant one. And at the end of the first hour and a half, I had to stop shooting because the lens actually froze. It would no longer focus. When it thawed out, it was fine. That's why now, both of my kit lenses are the weather-resistant lenses. They're the ones I'll take out in anything. Now, that's not my only Pentax. This is my next model up. This is a K5. On this particular body, I have a 35mm f2 lens. This is a full frame lens that would work on a K1, but given my current budget, I think a K1 is a little out of the question. So, this is my rough and ready camera. This is my tourist camera. This is my computer. And this is it for this introduction to this video series that hopefully this time will actually keep going. Thank you very much. Goodbye.